filming an advice video on crushes.
Oh, we are qualified to do this, Dalia. We're so qualified.
Definitely. Like, all the relationships that I'm in, like, right now.
Oh my god, yeah.
And ever have been in my whole life.
Oh my god.
Like, I am so qualified to answer this important question. Hi.
Hi.
It's Dalia.
And Rachel.
And we're here.
Boy, we sure are.
We're here. Larkiaquail on Tumblr asked if I could talk about crushes. They said I'd love to hear some stories or get some advice. So we decided we were gonna come and give you some advice. This is my disclaimer right now.
We are not professionals.
We're not.
We're just idiots.
We'll start with the questions from Twitter, and if it gets super long, I'll probably split this up into two. So the questions from Twitter and then questions from Tumblr. Sammy Wham, hi, by the way, on Twitter, asked, how the heck do you determine if your crush is interested in you or just being nice?
Oh boy.
You don't.
You really can't.
I know people are like, oh, there's like the different signs, like if a girl touches her hair a lot or like whatever.
But I do that with everybody.
I do that
so like
with
that
everyone.
means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. The answer is asking them is the way to determine it. The question is, should you ask them?
And the answer is usually, you should. In a perfect world, you ask them. And
they say yes or no, and then you can move
you,
on with your lives without anything being
Yeah.
weird. It's not a perfect world, so.
In this world, anxiety exists. We did not give a straight answer to that. We were just
I feel like this is a theme. It's gonna be a theme that we don't give any real
answers. We just go.
At Phoenix Fire Fan says, how can you tell the difference between aesthetic and romantic attraction to someone?
Okay, this is a thing I've been dealing with a lot recently. Ooh. Me and another friend of mine were like, oh man, we might be aromantic. Because we like appreciate aesthetics of people, but then romantically, once something starts happening, you're like, ooh. It's really easy to tell if you're aesthetically into somebody. Romantically is when, I feel like when you want to start spending time with people, or spending time with somebody and you go out of your way to spend time with somebody.
It's more about like, not just like surface level.
Yeah,
like,
or like,
cool.
or like, you're really cool, or like, I really want to like kiss you or something, or anything. Like, yeah, I want to kiss you, but also I want to make you happy and I want to make sure you're like okay and like you're doing well.
This is another one from Phoenix Fire Fan. How can you tell when you have a crush?
It's different for every person.
It's different for every person.
I know when I get a crush, I like actually physically can't look them in the eye.
Oh.
That's the way I get.
Yeah. For me, I don't know, cause I like low-key have a crush on most people. So it's like my normal setting most of the time.
Well, because you get little crushes on a lot of people, and then you text me.
Every single time I get a new crush, which is like if I look at someone for slightly too long.
Yeah, I'll get a text that says like, so, ...
I'm in
so
love
and
with
so, and then the eye emoji. You just love people.
Also, because I don't like the whole like butterflies, whatever, because I feel like if I like someone and I would want to be with them, I wouldn't want to get nervous when I'm around them. Like I wouldn't want to feel butterflies. Like if I'm
I just started saying, my whole thing was, yeah, I just get really nervous around people. And I'm like, I hate that. My face will give away if I have a crush on somebody because I like, if I don't make eye contact with somebody, you know it's bad.
Mix Carissa on Twitter says, a question we all need the answer to. As a useless queer, mood.
Yeah, same.
How do I tell when girls are flirting with me and not just being really, really friendly? None of us know anything.
We don't.
Like, you just kind of flirt with everyone and hope something lands, but you don't expect anyone to flirt back with you. So you don't notice it. So you'll be like dancing around with someone for a long time. And not have anything happen.
I mean, because the same can be said for anybody of any gender. You usually don't know if they're flirting with you.
Especially if the person's like super friendly anyway.
Yeah. Because I know some people are like natural flirters and they do it, like, because you kind of are.
Yeah. I didn't realize that I flirted a lot until someone told me that. And I was like, oh. And I was like, what constitutes as that? And they were like, oh, this, and this. And I was like, oh, lit. Everyone thinks I'm in love with them. And it's true. Ginger Specs on Twitter asks, how do you cope with severe crushes on straight girls?
I have experience with this. You know I have experience with this. You know who I'm talking about. It was last year's spring semester, and there was this cute girl in our acting class. I can't confirm if she was. I'm assuming she is. It was the worst because she wore like flannels and Birkenstocks
She
to
dressed.
class all the time. But she was also like an outdoorsy girl. If I ever get a crush on a girl that I think is straight or is like mostly straight, you just kind of have to learn to accept it. Like, that sounds terrible, but it's like you can't change her, and it'd be really awful of you to try to change her into liking girls. Because I know we're all, like, afraid of being, like, that predatory gay girl. Because that's what the media tends to portray. And, like, what you need to realize is that if you are actively trying not to be predatory, you're probably not being predatory towards a straight girl. Because I think that's where most of the fear with crushing on a straight girl comes from. I think the knowing that there is no possibility that you guys could end up together, it's kind of comforting in a way.
Honestly, it's also less of a blow to like your ego if you get rejected.
Because it's like it's not that she doesn't. Yeah, it's not that she doesn't like you. It's that she doesn't like girls in general.
Yeah. The Grace of Ebby on Twitter asks, do you think if it's better to be friends first to see if someone might potentially like you back?
Yes! Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's hard for me to like actively like someone past my initial I'm infatuated with everyone unless I know them as a person.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just jump into anything without hanging out with them first or like knowing them really first, because if you're only going off of that base, oh, I'm attracted to this person, like how do you know you have anything in common?
Yeah,
how do you know?
You can see if you really click, and then if the relationship doesn't work out, you get a good friend out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people like tend to forget.
Is that sometimes it's not meant
to be romantic. And like it'll suck for a second if you do become friends with them and it looks like they're not reciprocating any romantic feelings towards you. It sucks to be rejected. Neither of us are saying it's like the best thing ever. My hobby is getting rejected.
Ooh, trust me, that's my hobby.
Your romantic feelings are not all, like most of the time they're probably not gonna be reciprocated. That's just the way things go. A good friendship should be the basis of any relationship. Because if you have a good friendship, you have good communication.
I don't understand how you can be like in a romantic relationship with someone you don't consider like one of your best friends.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, what is it based off of?
Yeah.
Then? It's that thing where it's like, everything else fades, but like your mind is forever. Like it's true. Like your mind and like your emotions and your memories is what lasts with you.
Yeah.
Bree Grace, I really hope I'm saying your name right. She's the one who made the poster.
Oh! Oh, you're very talented.
LOL, okay, question. What do you do when you see a crush, but all you can muster up is an embarrassed hello?
Oh boy. When I get a crush on somebody, I get a crush on somebody. It takes up most of my life.
It's really cute. I'll just get texts like how Rachel gets texts from me like I'm in love with this new person, but every day
she gets a text of the same person,
I'm still
but a paragraph of like, they did this and this and this today, and like
they wore a hat.
They wore a hat, but they didn't wear a hat, and their hair is very fluffy. It's just a matter of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. I know me as a person, I am very anxious, especially about people I get a crush on. If you can muster out hi, maybe change it to hey, how are you? Or
people love to talk about themselves.
Oh my god, yeah, they do.
That is one thing. Like if you can get someone talking about themselves and you can listen and like actively like
active listening.
You're right.
Because if you do like them, then like you'll be
interested
in what they want to say.
Oh, just got a new one.
Oh.
LV Static 1. Should I panic if my crush has not texted me for hours at a time?
No.
Don't worry about it. Sometimes people just get busy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they type out a response and forget to press send. Sometimes they read the message, respond in their head, and forget to type it.
Also me.
Sometimes they're just doing things. It doesn't mean they don't like you. Maybe they fell asleep. Like
literally. I want you to know, she has done that to me before. Like it was like a good conversation and then you suddenly stopped. And I was like, oh, she's asleep.
Some people are just bad texters.
Yeah.
How do you deal with a crush on someone you're working with? This is from Lyric, that Archer on Twitter. I don't know. I don't work.
Ooh, that's tricky. Because the only job I had was that shit. I hated everyone there. So yeah,
how do you deal with it? Stop.
Ooh.
Don't.
Yeah.
Try not to. Also, have you ever had a crush on a good friend? How did you handle it? Well, me personally, I didn't say a thing. In fact, they told me. And I said, me too. Glad you picked up on it. We held hands once.
Once.
It was nice. How do you approach telling crushes or dates about your sexuality? I'm not very subtle. I can't really hide it anyway unless I'm actively trying to, so if I'm just acting like normally, I'll be like, Haley Kiyoko is so beautiful and I love her and want to date her. And in the same breath, I'll turn around and be like, I can't think of a man.
John Boyega.
Yeah.
It's because I start joking about it. I accidentally came out to my whole like art class because me and my friend were joking and we just both went, can't draw a straight line. Makes sense. Like typically I come out to people through jokes.
Okay. Thank you, Lyric.
Thanks, Lyric.
Okay, that's it for the Twitter questions.